Oh, she was ready to spill the tea. All you had to do was just pour.
And we're live. 5, 4. Y'all a mess.
What
Yes,
did it do with your faking? Matter of fact, I'm just gonna start up a topic. If he come back on, I'm just gonna start up a topic. Lying children against their father, against their parents. Who's telling who?
and that's what you're gonna call it.
Lying children against their parents. That's what gonna be the title of the damn show. Gonna be. Hey, it was gonna be. Hey Tony, what about that topic that we had that we've been looking at? Lying children against their parents.
Hold on, you is too much. My internet is lagging. Hold on.
Y'all getting bad weather over there?
Hello? Hello, hello.
Here.
Hello.
Oh my goodness, this internet over here is really acting ugly.
Yeah, but you know what? We're live,
I
and I
know.
and they hear all of that. I just went on YouTube to see what was going on because I couldn't hear anything.
Yeah, I was trying to get back online, but it knocked me offline completely.
So
Oh,
hey, ATL friends and family, we're having
sorry about.
technical difficulties right this moment. Bear with us, please.
Oh, Jesus.
Can you mute your mic, Tony?
Yo, welcome to the show. It's the ATL vibe. Hit that like, hit that sub, keep the energy high. We got Anthony Legacy, TA Majusi too. Bringing all the heat, yeah, you know how we do. Hey, hit that button, don't forget to subscribe. We stay lit, we stay fresh, yeah, we keep it live. Drop a comment, tell us what you wanna see. ATL family and friends, it's the place to be. From laughs to real talk, man, we got it all. Vibes on deck, yeah, we stand tall. We here for the fam, so don't be shy. Like, share, and subscribe, help us touch the sky. Yo, welcome to the show, it's the ATL vibe. Hit that like, hit that sub, keep the energy high. We got Anthony Legacy, TA Majusi too. Bringing all the heat, yeah, you know how we do. ATL, we up, we ain't never gonna stop. New content dropping, yeah, we stay on top. Family, friends, we keep it all love. Now do us a favor, hit that sub. Hey, the ATL family and friends on your screen, bringing you the real, yeah, you know what we mean. Don't just watch, be part of the team. Like, share, and subscribe, keep living the dream.
Hey family, thank you so much for tuning into the ATL Family and Friends show. We're so glad you're here. Whether you're new or returning, we appreciate you spending your evening with us. I'm Malik, and I want to shout out our amazing crew, Anthony Boss Lady Tiama, Legacy the Great, and Juicy Cakes. We're bringing the laughs, the love, and the real talk every Tuesday and Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. So make sure you join us live. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and be to just search The Anthony Brown Show to stay connected. If you haven't already, go ahead and subscribe. We're on the road to 100,000 subscribers, and we need you with us. Click that notification bell so you never miss when we go live or drop new content. While you're here, hit that like button. It helps YouTube share our show with more people so the ATL family can keep growing. And don't forget to share the video with your friends and family. Invite them to join the fun. We love hearing from you, so drop a comment below. Let us know what you think. We'll read and respond during the show. And if you want to support the show, we appreciate your donations. You can send them to our Cash App at Smell Good for Less. Every bit helps us keep bringing the content you love. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. This is the ATL Family and Friends show, and we're just getting started.
Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome, 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 everybody. Welcome to the ATL Friends and Family Show. We're all here tonight, all present and accounted for. We have Boss Lady Tiama,
Hello, everybody.
my little big brother Legacy the Great,
And then I made y'all wait here.
And of course, none other than the voluptuous, juiciest, most moist cakes. Juicy
Blessings,
cakes.
peace and love, everybody.
How's it going, everybody?
It's
Going
going.
great. Just got left practice.
I was gonna say, how's our athlete?
He's doing good.
So has he started the second sport yet, or are you still doing baseball?
No, they starting the try um conditioning for football now.
And how's he doing?
He doing real good. He was phenomenal at football right out the gate. It's the whole baseball that he was like had to learn all the things.
Right.
He got the concept of it real quick. But football, it was like he already knew that.
Okay. And I'm assuming that between his dad and his oldest brother, they taught him all that.
Yep, the uncles and stuff.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
So little man ready, child. He ready. He waiting on Uncle Legacy to come across that bridge.
Yeah.
Uncle,
Matter of fact, Legacy could put on his extra uniform.
I'm gonna let you have that right now. I'm gonna let you have that right now.
Y'all, this is not working.
We hear you.
I know we hear me, but I'm talking about my view. I just don't like it. It's showing just too much. Hold on, let me figure out something.
You
Move
know,
it closer. Either move the camera closer to you, or you move closer to the camera.
I'm close to the camera and look. Like
that ain't showing a lot.
I can't sit like this the whole show.
Oh yeah.
And it
What
is showing too much.
you want to go sit in the bathroom or something?
I don't know. And so like if I move, and this is the narrow view. The sideway view is whoa. You see even in between my legs.
Oh,
Oh goodness. That
look,
where
we'll
the
have
more
100,000
that where the
views.
more this
We'll have
cake at.
100,000 views tonight.
Listen. I'm trying to tilt it.
That reminds me back when I first started the Anthony Brown show. Tamma said, "I'll get you some views," and lifted up her shirt and showed her bodacious tatas.
And that's how I feel like with the camera. That's just all that.
I said, "Oh Lord, Tamma, Jesus Christ, don't do that. You're gonna get me blocked."
I tell you I'm crazy.
She said, "I'm gonna get you some views."
Am I
Exactly. We
frozen?
was
Because I don't
raising
hear
them
you.
views. And furthermore, we was doing smash or pass. I had to make sure I would be
Can
a
y'all
smash
hear?
without a pass.
Okay.
Can y'all hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Yes.
Okay, I didn't hear y'all.
Yes, we hear you loud and clear.
Mm, that's how I
Mm.
feel, for real.
So how's everybody evening and week is going so far?
Go in.
I am so glad it's Friday.
Is it Friday? Oh, tomorrow is
Tomorrow's
Friday.
Friday. Yes, girl. Please take me to this 4-day weekend.
My daddy' birthday is Monday,
Oh wow.
and
Happy birthday, Daddy.
Happy
and
birthday.
Did any of y'all hear that?
when
Did any of y'all click on that link? I sent y'all a song that I had AI create for the mothers.
mm,
Was anybody able to
I
hear it?
I
no,
didn't
I
see it.
didn't hear it.
I sent it and had all of the brothers' name in it.
Oh, really?
Yep.
So you had Red Cup in there?
All the mothers' name is in the song.
Well, damn it, we didn't hear it. Resend it.
You just go on your messenger and scroll up. Well, I gotta do more work when it's there.
Mm.
You I like this. Ooh, I like this. No,
That's like a
no, no,
person.
no.
That's like a person that's texting back and forth, and they're like, "What you say? Don't ask me what I say. Just scroll back up and reread it."
I shine no. Oh, shout out Abodu.
You want me to retext what I already text you? You want me to re-send you what I already sent you?
And tonight's show started off like this.
You ever seen somebody that spoil you, then they start treating you bad?
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, what's going on? That seems like the world is what it is today.
That's Tony.
Tony used to spoil us. Now he treat us like the
Yeah,
hard
that's
knock life.
Tony. Such a
Swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? Have you gone through a time of swallowing where
I've
You
never.
ain't swallowing enough.
No, I ain't never.
Every time you play that, I think about when Don Allen had repeated that.
Okay. How about earlier today, Legacy? I was on the phone with Darren, and I heard him whatever he was doing. He was doing something pertaining to his car, and I guess he's talking to himself, and all I heard was, "Oh shit, damn, that's too, that's so, God, that's too small." I said, What's going on? You talking about your penis?"
Wow.
somebody get this man off the stage.
He said, "Definitely not, and don't worry about my penis."
Mind your business.
Okay. He was like,
Mm-mm-mm.
"No."
I'm surprised he called me so he could cuss you out on the phone with me.
Because his daughter was in the car with him.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Listen, have y'all
I
heard
don't know
about
what
Smokey
to do.
Robinson and his situation?
Nope.
About who?
No.
We
Oh,
believe
Smoke.
that Mr. Robinson is a serial and sick rapist that must be stopped.
Attorney John Harris revealing the accusations against Motown legend Smokey Robinson.
I will not describe the details of the sexual assaults and rapes because they're too graphic and disturbing for this news conference.
All four of Robinson's alleged victims have chosen to remain unnamed and are referred to as Jane Doe in the complaint.
Our four clients have a common thread. They're Hispanic women who were employed as housekeepers by the Robinsons, earning below minimum wage.
The accusations against the music legend include sexual assault, sexual battery, false imprisonment, gender violence, and creating a hostile work environment.
We're seeking damages of $50 million.
The complaint also claiming one of the Jane Does was first sexually assaulted in 2007 and that these acts continued until she resigned in 2024. According to the complaint, Robinson's former housekeeper claims in the lawsuit that she was sexually assaulted not even 2 months after she started cleaning the couple's Los Angeles mansion. Another Jane Doe claims Robinson started sexually assaulting her in 2016, claiming when she was home alone with the singer at his Los Angeles mansion, he would text her and ask her to meet at places in the house that didn't have cameras. The woman alleges he would then sexually assault her.
We do have evidence of some of the misconduct.
The complaint says the former employees didn't speak out or go to police because they were afraid of losing their livelihood, familial reprisal, and the possible adverse effect on their immigration status.
And having to tell their husband and children of these despicable acts against them left them overwhelmed with shame and embarrassment.
Robinson's wife, Frances, also named in the lawsuit, accused of creating a hostile work environment and being aware of what was alleged and not doing anything to stop it.
These four courageous women want and demand justice for themselves, and the filing of this lawsuit is the first step.
The complaint also accuses the Robinsons of not paying proper wages.
And we reached out to Robinson's record label about these allegations. We're still waiting to hear back.
I'm
Wow.
gonna be honest. I'm just to a point where I'm just tired of this. I'm sorry. I just don't know. It's like everybody can attach themselves or even make up stuff now, and now you're on the defense, trying to save your life and your character, and it's nothing. It's nothing that you can do. It's nothing that you can do, and most people, their attorneys and stuff, tell them to just go ahead and settle out of court so we don't have to have this go to trial. I think it's just an attack on the man's character, and all the women that I mean, unless that's all he's ever employed were just Spanish women. And I don't, you know what I'm saying. But why we waiting so late to make these type of charges? And you're not making the charges for him to be arrested. You're suing him for money.
And if I got raped, why would I go back next?
Right.
Why would I go back? I would just bow out gracefully. Don't give me a job.
I mean, these people talking about this shit been going on for years. One lady did talking about from 2016, she just quit in 20. No, baby, you was going to get pussy. Now you no longer work no more. Now you bring up these sexual charges.
But the thing that killed me was the wife was aware of it. So I figured the wife said, well, her pussy don't work no more. She got lettuce lips. So I'm just gonna stay here and spend his money. Y'all can go in and fuck him.
If a person, to me, this just me. Even if I was assaulted, I want him arrested first. I want him to be found guilty. I can still sue him after that.
I don't know, because what I was looking at, there is one with, even with like this Diddy case, and there's the Dawn girl. She has a pending civil suit, but she's going and testifying against him criminally. And they were saying that her criminal testimony jeopardizes her civil suit because he could possibly, within his conviction, not be able to pay her civilly. So maybe they're doing the Cassie way and getting the money first while he has it.
Well, Cassie never, before it even got to a court, Cassie had so much evidence on Puff Cake that, and the videotape that was out was gonna give her the money anyway. So she
And that's
already
the
was.
same with these people. They probably gonna get the money. He said we got substantial evidence. We got videotape.
But every attorney who take on a case, if you look at every attorney who takes on a case, let's say for instance, I'm messing with a woman, right, Kate? I'm messing with a woman, having intercourse. There's actual sex going on. A woman can leave me and go somewhere and make a sexual claim against me and say that I took this from her. And people can attach that, and then guess what? Any other woman who's ever been alone with me can attach their hooks to the claim to make me look more guiltier. And now we're looking out. Now it's a smorgasbord where everybody's just trying to get what they can get out of it. And at the end of the day, I think if you've waited over 3 years to make a claim, you actually free, and you married, you got a husband, you got kids, and you still going to work for this man after you've been assaulted, after you don't went home to your husband, you decide to get your ass up and go to work the next day. For years, most women who are sexually assaulted cannot be around the person that sexually rapes them or sexually assault them. They make a claim and get this motherfucker in jail. Now, if you done been kidnapped, of course that's different. But if you're able to leave your house every day, come to work, and then leave work and go back home, don't you think, even if somebody want to say, oh, she was afraid, she wasn't that goddamn afraid, she kept coming back.
Because that was her livelihood.
So again, you were so afraid that you going to the police, you thought ICE was gonna lock you up because you don't have your papers together.
Right.
So bitch, that mean go get your papers together.
Well, she couldn't afford it because he was paying a below minimum
Then
wage.
stop going to work and find another job, then make a claim after you got your papers together, because obviously making a sexual assault change from 2016 and we damn near 10 years later is okay right now.
I think he did it. I think he's guilty.
God damn, what evidence you got, Tony?
They didn't show no evidence, and every attorney that takes on something, they always say we have evidence to put a bluff out there.
Right.
Because they want you to settle without going to court.
Yes, they do. All you got to do is make them. But I ain't just like, let's look at the Shannon Sharp case. Now that they got text with the girl, The only blemish on Shannon Sharp, that the football player that got the little white girl that was dealing with the little young girl, is that people are looking at him for having sex with a 20-some-year-old. Outside of that, you got text messages from the girl saying how she want to have sex. You got text messages with him. But now, since he ain't no longer issuing her out no money, now she makes a claim that he sexually assaulted her. No, we can't. We got to stop. First of all, I'm going to say this. This is what I'm going to say. As men with money, listen, you just got to go and sit your ass on the shelf after you get your wife. And stop sleeping with so many people because they coming back behind you saying you took something from them. And most of the time, like Tayama say, most of the time the lawyers fabricate stuff, say they got this, got that, and they make you pay out before you can even go to trial.
Well, maybe they're paying out because they don't want you to bring forth your evidence.
No, most people just don't want to deal with a smear campaign. And when you're so idealistic, or you're so vain to where you're worried less about the truth coming out than you worried about how people see you on the street. All right, people will see you better if you go to trial, beat her ass like Kobe Bryant took his victim to trial. The one who said he sexually assaulted her. He said, no, we had sex. Let's go to trial. He went to trial and won. He cleared his name.
And that's what Smokey should be doing.
Right, but we ain't got that far. They just brought about the allegations. But I'm trying to figure out what do you have? What has been said in just that right there, Tony, for you to automatically attach guilty to this man?
Well, they ain't said nothing that made me think otherwise.
But so you okay? So right now you okay with somebody walking around making false allegations that you was fondling a little boy or you were fondling a little girl, knowing that ain't what you do? You want somebody, just so you okay with somebody thinking that that's what you did? Give the man a chance to be found guilty, then say that. Because I know I don't want nobody finding me guilty because somebody blatantly lying on me.
Well, that's scripture. Out of the mouth of 2 or 3 witnesses, all things shall
What
come to pass.
witnesses? Bitches can get together and conjure up a bullshit ass lie. So because 2 or 3 came together and lied, that means it's the truth?
Well, you asked me. So take the air out your chest.
You always finding somebody goddamn guilty or something before the truth come out.
And you always so easy to find them not guilty.
Huh?
You always so easy to find them not guilty.
Because you are innocent till proven guilty.
Well, that's not even black.
Well,
I have to agree with you on that part.
I heard more about Smokey Robinson liking the other team than messing with females. So
Smokey Robinson did what?
Dancing for the other team.
Oh, LGBT.
I definitely heard that, Tayama.
And I done seen him, lived in Atlanta, in a gay spot in Atlanta. I don't know. And then what if those are related?
Say what?
Remember, all of them are immigrants.
Yeah.
For you to find another is you put a cousin, da. I don't.
But you know what, Tayama, y'all, I don't want the man to go to jail for something he didn't do. If he did something wrong, lock him up. But it's like I don't have no, I don't really feel bad for him like that. I just don't like nobody wrongfully accused. But what I will say is this: it seemed like to me that this man may have a fetish for like Spanish women though, because his wife looked about Spanish. It seemed like everybody he hired in his home to work for him is Spanish.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What, you mean to tell me you came up in Detroit, Motown, and all this? You've been in the game all these years. Black folks have put you on the map way back then. And you telling me you don't employ black women, black men? You don't do none of that?
Exactly. He hired what he liked.
He hired what he liked. I'm not saying he's innocent or guilty. I'm just saying until he's found guilty. And even sometimes people that are found guilty later on are found out to have been innocent. So I think Smokey done fucked around and pissed some wrong people off, and they ready to put him in his place. That's what I believe.
That
Could
that
be.
that man almost dead. What you talking about? Put him in his place.
Well,
Have
they
you
trying
seen Smokey walking across the stage lately?
what?
he can barely walk.
Well, but his other leg been working too.
Well, they're trying to get their coins before he passed out for good.
And it's crazy though how most people try to attach your wife to something as if she was in there saying, "Get it, Smokey, get it, get it, Smokey, get
So she was saying, "I'm gonna go in the other room and I'm going to get my nails done. I'm going shopping. You know, y'all just clean up afterwards."
Oh Lord.
Hey, look, long as his wrinkled ass touching you and not me.
Right, that's what she was saying.
Oh my God, I'm finna go spend
She's
some of this coin on
on the pool boy.
it. But
Mm,
listen, but now listen to this. She about as old as Smokey, and it's okay for her old ass to lay on the pool boy. But Shannon Sharp can't mess, he 50 something, can't mess with a 20-something year old.
well, the pool boy didn't have a problem with it.
Huh?
Them boys ain't opening their mouth.
Well,
It's
she
them
might just need to be stretched out a little bit.
it's them girls keep opening their mouth and want more money.
Yeah.
See,
Nah.
them boys gonna hit it and shut their mouth. Like, look at them young boys that hit Cher, Madonna. All
Yeah.
they ain't said nothing.
Cause they giving them a good bag and they keeping them with some Jordans.
Thank you. But
Ha!
the women can't shut their damn mouth.
No, that don't be it, Tony. What it be is when the man say enough is enough, I ain't giving you no more. And just like the man said, that person, them women say that they've gotten accustomed to their way of life. So if Smokey is turning out the water, I need to get some of this water before this well go dry.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, I could ask both of these women right now, which I know is probably gonna be a bloodbath and a murder, but I can't see either one of these two women being assaulted and they go home, take a shower, get in the bed with their significant other, and get up and get fully dressed and go back over there again. I can't.
Well,
I
Tiama's
can't.
gonna kill him. Well, first of all, Tiama's gonna kill him.
Juicy gonna poison him.
Hey, look, no, first of all, if you gonna do the do, you was supposed to get one of them kids out of the deal. That way you solidify your citizenship and you solidify your check. Them hoes just was starstruck and was doing something.
And check this out, Tiama. Since you said that, I'm sure those women got kids. So who's to say that one of their kids ain't from him?
Well, I know they'll be done used that and brought that up.
That's probably one of the proofs that they have.
Because think about it, if they fucking him and they fucking their husband at the same time, the husband probably thought it was his child, but really Smokey's child,
Because I mean, Smokey could go for one of them Spanish people.
right?
Smokey definitely can go for it now. But he about if he get caught up real, my thing is, I just think you need to just go ahead. And the thing is, when you make it public that this person done sexually assaulted you, listen, if Tayama right now, Tony, right now, I'm over there, me and her fussing. Or Cake, we over there fussing, even you. And you say I hit you, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I say you hit me. And they say, are you pressing charges? And neither one of us say we ain't pressing charges. The state say the state picking it up and we taking both of y'all to jail. How is it that I can openly come out and say, a woman can openly come out and say somebody sexually assaulted them, but I don't want him arrested. And the state don't say, oh no. No. If we're doing this, we're going to arrest that person. And then y'all handle it however y'all want to do it after that. Because you're saying that you were violated.
Correct.
So tell me why the state ain't picking up charges on smoking. Or anybody else who have, because if a child tell you or somebody say you sexually assaulted them, okay, how did he sexually assault you? You have to give an elaborate viewpoint of how this person violated you. But you go to a lawyer first and come out civilly. And let's look, Tayama and Juicy. Let's look at the OJ trial. OJ got found not guilty. And right after the case was over, they won a civil suit against somebody who was found not guilty. So why would you not want him locked up to make your case even easier? Because now you're gonna get certain. You have grounds to say he was found guilty. What I said was true. Now I want to sue the estate.
Right.
No, this a money grab.
I say, if girl, get your coins.
I agree. Get your coins.
All y'all see, get it the right goddamn way, you sluts.
Huh? I mean, shake what your mama gave. Come on. Work that bitch.
Get your coins, girl.
And
Moving
I
right
see why
along.
not.
Y'all remember
But get
that
it the
movie?
right way. Don't tell nobody life down. This
What's the
process of a
right
lie.
way? Because there is no right or wrong way when anything goes in the YOLO world of the United States of America.
That's about true. Definitely
They
about true.
doing it the right way. And Smokey is the one who fucked up.
He
He
did
should
do
have
that.
paid him a little bit more. He had the money to do it. He should have went on and did it. And listen, they would have been happy. Everybody would have been fine. He wanted to be greedy and keep his money.
I think a lot of times these people we know what a mole is, right? I think these people are put in places to actually get people like that to bring them down. I just feel like I think if I became a multimillionaire, I don't want no new pussy. I don't want no new pussy. If it ain't something I done already had before, baby mamas, somebody I done dealt with that I know wanted me before I was broke. I mean, while I was broke, I don't want no new pussy. I don't want none.
So who would you hire if you hired hired house staff, cooks, maids, drivers, yard men, food
We
people?
got to sign a disclosure form. You also got to get on the video.
Listen,
I want
listen,
5 people to
I'm
witness that
asking.
you
Hold
say
on. Let me
you
finish.
want me to get this. I
Let me
want
finish the
all of
question.
this.
Let me finish the
Everybody.
question.
I need,
You
matter
can't
of fact,
answer a question
let's
if you
go
don't know the
live
answer.
where you could be on live of saying
Legacy.
you want all of this. Because
Legacy.
to just get a woman and go home rich,
Legacy.
that's how you lose your money.
Legacy. Do y'all not hear me?
We hear you now.
But I'm saying, how can you answer a question when I haven't asked it yet?
I hear you. He can't hear you.
Ask the question, Tony, because I couldn't hear you because your little thing was spinning.
So I was saying, if you was to make $1 million or make a lot of money, or you was be able to afford a house staff, men and women, or positions that require men or women, like a pool person, a yard person, maintenance, drivers, cooks, maids, housekeepers, whatever. Being that we know you like the Maya types, are they going to be staffed? Are they going to be hired?
Listen, Tony, I answered, but I re-answer it again. I don't want no new vagina. I don't want no new vagina around me. None of that. So
So
the
you're going to hire
answer,
all men?
No, I don't want nobody. I think if I got a woman in this house, she can do all of that. I can pay her to do it. I can
I'm
pay
gonna
her to.
hire my mama to cook my food.
Yeah, I can go get mama and bring her in, cause she'll hit you with a shoe. So I know ain't nobody gonna be lying about nothing. Now,
Devon Alice, he moved in both of his mom and dad, her mom and dad. So, honey, when they go out of town, the grandparents got the kids. Honey, we will be
mhm.
home based. That money will be in home.
Who
I
did this?
it's,
His name is Deval Ellis. He plays Zach on Sisters and also on Zach and Fatima.
okay. You talking about the black guy?
Yeah. His mom,
Yeah,
his parents stay with them, and her parents stay with them. When they go on vacation, their kids are with the grandparents. That's the nanny, the maid, they all of the above.
landscapers. I mean, but I don't know. I just think people just get. I think people put themselves in bad positions by. But I'm not gonna. I'm not just gonna hire no whole house full of no one race of people. I'm not. I'm just not. That's what makes him seem to be somewhat guilty, because that's what he did.
Right.
Tony
Hmm.
spinning again. Can you hear me, Kate?
I
Tam?
hear you.
Okay. Yeah, that's the
I
only
hear
thing I'm
you.
really looking at. That makes him look as if he participated in something, because this the only group of people that are coming out saying anything about you, bro. Um, I got a question for you guys, and I want y'all to. Well, Tony look like he's trying to come back. Let me ask y'all a question. In a relationship, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Hmm.
In a relationship, should the opinion of your significant other uh have some form of an effect on your decision making?
Yes.
Tony, you said yes. Tayama,
It depends on what we talking about.
Are you
oh,
saying should our significant other have
can't hear you, Kate.
are you saying should our significant other have a say in our choice and
Can y'all hear
decision
Kate? Cause I
making?
can't.
I hear her.
Is that what
Well,
he's
I don't
saying?
hear.
She's saying, are you saying should your significant other have an opinion in your choice?
No, I
No.
said should the significant other of you, their opinion in your, by y'all being together, should that have some kind of effect on your decision making?
He's saying should your significant other's opinion have an effect on your decision making?
Some effect.
It depends on what the decision is.
Yeah, that's why I was asking it the way I asked. But when you put
I'm
it
gonna
and
tell
you
you.
say it
The
that
reason
way,
why.
it depends on what it
The reason
is.
why I say yes. The reason why I say yes because I'm gonna give you a true story. What happened when Don Allen's cousin moved from Florida to Texas and said, "Can I live with y'all?" He asked Torian. Torian said, "No, she cannot stay here. We don't have the room. We don't have the space. No, period. Point blank, no." And based on what you told me she's done to you in the past and the situation y'all had in the past, the answer is no. Don Allen overpowered him and allowed him to move in anyway.
Yep.
And she ended up filleting him and gutting him.
And
She
his
shanked him.
and his significant other.
So they both got shanked, cut, stabbed, everything. And I don't want to play the victim. Well, and I told him, I said, well, you wouldn't be the victim had you listened to your spouse.
Me personally, I totally agree. I agree with what Tony say. Your significant other is the person that lays beside you. You would hope that that significant other would love you, that will give you some beneficial advice that, because sometimes we be in our emotions when we're making decisions, and to have someone else that's supposed to love you, you should be able to run something by them, and you should be able to hear their reason or rationale of why you should or why you shouldn't do something.
Correct.
But if you are closed-minded because you've already locked in your mind that you're going to do something, and then you shouldn't even bring it up to that person because you don't value their opinion on what it is that you want to do. So that's like,
and I told her on that too.
Right. So what was the purpose of asking that person's opinion if you're gonna say, well, it just depends on what it is we talking about? So I mean, for me, these are the things that makes me don't want to be married, because if if I'm gonna marry a woman and we have a conversation about something she wants to do, if it's not beneficial to the house, if it's not beneficial to us growing, and it's detrimental to either one of us, but you saying, well, this is what I want to do, and I'm saying, baby, look, let's look at the pros and cons. If you do this, and this could happen. If you go wrong, this could happen. But I think you shouldn't do it. Now, if it's an open conversation, at least weigh my thoughts on the matter, and we can talk about it. But if you already made up your mind in a situation, just don't tell me about it, because I'm gonna feel like you don't value my opinion when it comes to things. Not saying that you have to go with my opinion, but it's just your significant other opinions should weigh on you when you get ready to make decisions in life, because y'all are no longer two, y'all are one.
So I agree that when the decisions are life involving both of our lives, each other, and things, then fine. But like like the fingernail thing, my significant other could be like, I like your fingernails square.
Right.
I like mine square with rounded on the sides.
Right.
So yeah, you like them square, but they function better for me with rounded on the sides.
Well,
But
So
see,
your
but
opinion ain't
listen,
gonna matter in
well,
my
Juicy.
likes.
Well, Juicy. Okay, I understand. Okay, now in that situation there, and then based on that example, that's the type of example that you ask your spouse, baby, do you want would you prefer my nails round or square? And he says square, and you go get them round. That's not gonna make a major impact on the family one way or the other.
period.
So even if you didn't do it the way he liked it, he still love you, and they still pretty, and we still gonna rock with it, and life
Yeah.
goes on. That's not
No, but
major.
I think that's what I meant when I agreed with Tayama when it said it depends on what the decision making is what we're deciding on.
But Kate, like
Because
for
at
instance,
that
let's use
time,
let's use the example that you just said, Kate. And you said, okay, baby, I understand you like the square tip, but I like mine a little rounded on the side because it allows for me to do more with my hands than I could with the square. That
And
is
make,
that is compromising, because guess what? You
when they
both
round
got,
you, when they round you, grab that booger better.
Lord help us. Lord help us.
without scratching the inside of my nose and making me bleed.
Exactly. Tell the
Okay,
truth.
but those are but you. I'm so glad I already ate dinner. Lord, I don't already ate dinner. But those are reasons that. But I'm not. If you asked him, baby, what type of style of nails you think I should get, and he told you that, and then he then what if you already know the reason why you go at round tips, there's no reason to ask me, because you already know what's best for you in that matter. You know that this helps you type better. This allows for you to do what Tony said. So I'm not gonna lose my mind on you deciding to go with that and red nails instead of the French manicured nails, because they gotta be redone again, and maybe next time you gonna go with the color that I want you to go with. But
but there are people out there who don't even like. I'm not even asking you how you like my nails.
Right?
Some
That's
people
fine.
some people want to tell you how they would like your nails.
yeah, it's
Some
crazy
people
people
put
out there like
themselves
that.
in a position to feel that since I told you that's what I like, you should do what I like because, and that's where I was answering the question of it depends on what the decision
Yeah.
making process
And
is because
to me, Juicy, that's an unhealthy relationship.
very
Yeah,
much, and
very.
that's why they don't need to be included in my decision.
No, you just don't need to be with that person.
Ah,
Period.
but you know what? No, because I might need them in some other form of health.
Listen,
And they can
if
be
I
your
get
friend. They can be your friend. They got to be your spouse.
exactly,
That's fine. They do you know there are people who have multiple significant others today?
yeah, I love them.
Yes. Well, well, legacy. Since you brought up this topic, and I have a video, but I think the video was too large for us to download to StreamYard. So I'm gonna tell y'all about the video anyway, and then we could discuss it. There was a video where this guy is coming from the husband's perspective. He said him and the wife has been married for quite a few years, several years. Um, they have a son, but it's not together. So I guess based on the conversation, the son's father must have passed away. How I don't know. I don't know if it was army, military, whatever. But the son's father passed away. So and he passed away when the son was extremely young. So this guy, when he married the woman, he's been raising the son. So technically, he's dad. And the son has his deceased father's last name, which is fine. You don't have a problem with that. So now him and the wife is pregnant. I'm sorry, him and the wife just recently had a baby, and the baby's in the hospital. How to keep the baby in the hospital for observation, whatever, for the first couple of days. And so now the wife is getting ready to name the new baby. The new baby is a girl. Now all the names that she has come up with seems to remind them of the deceased man, because the deceased man name is Alexander. All the names she came up with: Alexandra, Alexandria, Alexis. So he's like, oh, wait a minute, hell no. What's wrong with my name? You're naming the girl, but you're naming her after him. He's no longer in your life. And on top of that, she wanted to give the new child the deceased father's last name, not her current husband, that's his child. So he was like, I don't understand that. Why would you again want to give my baby, my child, your deceased father's, your baby daddy's last name? Her excuse or her reasoning was because she didn't want her son to feel left out by having the only, last name different from his sister. And they would be so close in age, so they should have the same last name. So he said, well, since I'm raising him and the only daddy he really knows is me, change his last name to mine. Or you can even hyphenate his name and give him two last names, but make his mine so that they won't feel isolated or separated, as you say. She still didn't understand that. So then we called a meeting between his parents, mother and father, her mother and father, the deceased the deceased husband's parents. So now 6 parents in the house. Told them the whole story, the whole scenario. And of course, the 4 parents, hers and the deceased baby daddy's parents, all agreed with her and saw it her way. Said that he was overreacting. His parents saw it his way. So then came to the point where after they all left and everything, he still was trying to have a conference with her and trying to make her rationalize and reason. She locked herself in a room and didn't want him to talk to him for a couple of days, and was ignoring him and the son, the child. He then called the authorities and said that she needs to be Baker Act because mentally she's not stable, she's unfit, and she may hurt herself. And she was going off and acting crazy and stuff like that. So the police came, the authorities came, and based on their evaluation, they said, we need to, lock her up or whatever they have, whatever facility they put you in.
Vapor Act.
They Baker Act her. So while she's Baker Act, he called down to the facility where the baby was, and they said, well, only one parent needs to come and name the child. So he went and named the child. First, middle, and last name of his choice. My internet flash. Y'all hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So he named the girl first, middle, and last name of his choice, and the three names had nothing to do with the deceased baby daddy. So of course, while she was still in the facility, the Baker's Act facility, she called the parents to go get the daughter from his house, from the house. He said, y'all ain't taking he said, y'all can take the son, because that's not biologically my son, but you can't take this daughter. This daughter is mine. So y'all get the hell away from here. So they left. Then she sent her sisters over there to get the daughter. He said, again, no, it's not happening. So he got in the house and he got the daughter at the house by himself. He said, right now, he don't think the relationship is going to continue. She gets out of the Baker Act, and instead of coming home, she goes to her parents' house. She still ain't been to the house, according to the story. So he's saying he think the relationship is pretty much over. He got the daughter, and he said that he still loved the son. He's that type of man. He's like legacy. If I'm dating a girl, I love your child too. So he said he still loves the son, and his heart still goes out for the son because the son has no male figure in his life, and he wished that she will allow him to still be in the son's life because he needs a daddy figure. And if she don't, she hoped that when that boy grow up and is wise enough on his own and reach out to him, that he'll know the truth that I didn't forsake you, I didn't abandon you. Your mother abandoned us, abandoned the situation, and this is why. But before that even happened, let me back up. One part I left out is he stepped to the son, because I guess the son is like an elementary age, and stepped to the son, and the son say he didn't have a problem having a separate name from his sister.
Right, because his daddy died of honor.
Right, his daddy died, so he said, I can have my daddy's name and my sister can have your name. The son didn't have a problem with it. So now then the lady accused him of manipulating the child's mind to say that, which he didn't. He said, I simply asked, would you have a problem if your sister, your sister had a different last name than yours, and had my name? The boy said no. So what y'all think about this story?
Well, I mean, if none of the ladies gonna take off, I'm gonna take off. It's not even that hard. First of all, that woman is still in love with the man that got killed in the military.
Exactly.
She's heads over heel, bent heads over heel. He just happened to be a simp that ended up coming along while she was heartbroken and took on
He
the
just
role as a
brought along the
father.
benefits. He just brought home some benefits.
Right. And he also took on the role of being a great dad. And it wasn't gonna work between her and the dude that was in the military.
Right.
So when he gave her the option to even give her biological son to have his last name or hyphenate and add on for he could keep his daddy's last name and his for saying I got two dads.
Mm-hmm.
And she didn't want to agree with that. That alone let you knew that this woman was crazy within its own right to think that. But this how much of a simp she really thought he was, that she could finagle the situation to get him to go with that bullshit.
Right.
Well, you don't went along by taking me on with a child and giving me a decent, nice life. I'm pretty sure you'll be an understanding person on this. And then the grandparents on from both sides. I don't know who in the hell or where they mind frame was at, but the mom and daddy from her side talking about, ooh, that's good, knowing damn well that man right there, the daddy, her daddy, would never have allowed that dumb shit to
Thank
take
you.
place on his watch. His wife having a baby and naming the baby after another man that that ain't even his child. That sounds so idiotic. But I think the best play that he did when she went in that room and was doing all of that, and the police found her to be warranted to go to be vapor active,
Yeah.
created a rapport, so when he goes through the divorce, that he would be the more competent one
What?
because, huh?
Oh yeah, the authorities. Oh, and also, I'm sorry. They add this part. The authorities already said that he's the best fit parent for that child.
Exactly. So now, when they do go through this divorce, because obviously the child is still in the care of the dad,
Right.
um, they're gonna waive. They're gonna weigh that and say, "Ma'am." But I'm gonna tell you what they're gonna say, depending on what's the age of that child. But obviously, the child just coming out of the hospital, they're gonna throw her actions off on postpartum depression, and by that being an illness, postpartum depression is what's going to be able to allow for her to still get the child back in her care, because they're going to say even before she had a baby, she was a decent fitted mother for the other child. So she acted out of this way based off of postpartum depression, and she's going to be able to get um, primary custody of the child.
But remember, she was acting up before the child was born.
I didn't hear none about that.
Because she was acting up. Then she went into the hospital, had the baby.
You must have left that out because you never said that.
Okay.
But if that's the case, this is why I'm saying. But she definitely has been. She's still in love with the man who
Yeah.
she had her first child from.
Exactly.
Kate
I
Tayama.
I feel like her wanting to name the child after him. I see love, but I see more in honor or in memory of. And
Yes.
I
Yes.
I don't see it as that significant to be an issue to like for them to be like, what's the point?
I have a
Both of them are
problem with
being
it being
petty.
the last name, Duke.
The
If you
last
gave
name
like the first
definitely,
or the middle name in honor, but the last name, nah, bitch, you cooked.
the
You
last
that's
name
that man's bloodline.
I feel was weird, and her not wanting to accept the two names like or like that, because I also was sitting here before it even mentioned the last name. I'm sitting here waiting to hear him saying, and I adopt your son. So when it came up, I was thinking she was like, I want you to adopt, but it went sideways, and I was like, this must be like clickbait. Like, is this really a real story? Is where my mind went, like, because it's just like don't make no sense. She sound crazy and petty, and he sound the same. Like, and then to set her up, because
He
I
didn't
do
set her
feel
up.
I feel some form of a manipulation was there, because if you got something already ain't right and you egg it on.
Kate, if I may ask, how did he egg her on?
So what were you saying about before he called?
He said that they had a meeting with the grandparents. After the grandparents left, he was sitting down trying to get his wife to understand his side of it. She jumped up,
For
ran in the
several
room, and
days.
huh?
Now the baby, because so where did the baby? Because so that might be where I got confused. That conversation happened before she gave birth, right?
No,
No.
after.
After she gave birth, the baby's still in the hospital.
So how long the baby stayed in the hospital for?
A couple of days.
So a couple days the baby in the hospital, but it took several days to decide to name the baby.
Right.
I don't. That's
She
what.
had
That's
named it.
Cause see, you don't leave the hospital without naming
yeah.
the baby.
Yep.
So that's why like the story just like, huh? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I see
And
what you.
so it's like,
It's like it's zooming into the future from without because like Cake say they asked you about the name of the child at the hospital within like 2 days, and then for them to already be home and the child at the hospital, there must be something wrong with the child because they don't leave
Yeah,
you leaving the hospital with your
the
baby.
child could have had health issues. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I know they didn't dive into that, but that's what it got to be for them to be home and the child still at the hospital.
right. And so that's what I'm like. So it's more to it that's missing. And if and you already feeling your relationship, you were over, like, okay, like what did he want us to know?
I think he wanted us to know that his wife was trying to play in his face by naming his child after an ex-lover of hers.
Mm.
And
So so
I would
so so I got a question. If the person ain't deceased,
you still ain't naming my
say,
baby after nobody else.
but what if hold on, what if the dude have a child and he want to name the child's middle name after his ex-girlfriend?
Never. Never. Listen, my child can be named after your mama that's deceased. We can sneak your daddy name and my daughter name some kind of way, or my son names some kind of way. Your brother, um, also your somebody you love dearly that's some in your family. I'm cool with that. But what you ain't gonna do is add a name of a nigga who done had his dick in your mouth. It'll never happen.
Okay, but what if you ask her to do that for you? You
But I
wouldn't
wouldn't
want
have,
that?
I would never ask my kid's mom or a woman who giving birth to my child a name. Let's name some form of my daughter after a girl I done been a woman I done been intimate with. That sounds crazy.
But what if you really loved her?
I
You
don't, because
you
I ain't with her. That mean I ain't with her. I don't give a damn
But
if she
that's a
died
form
or
of
not.
disrespect,
I'm gonna
Joseph.
carry her in my heart. But my daughter is not gonna be named, or my son ain't gonna be named after somebody that you done been intimate with. That matter of fact, you need to go get psychiatric evaluated for thinking that you can even ask me that.
Exactly. Oh, oh, I forgot this part. And when they had the round table meeting with the
Mhm.
grandparents slipped and said a different name, which was another name that she had was an option name, but it wasn't like Alex or Alexandria, like correlating to his first name. But it was a name that him and her had decided if they had a girl, what the name would be. And that was one of the names she was trying to sneak in too. So she was still trying to name the same name that him and her had decided.
That is matter of fact, you know
So
what,
you want to know
Tayama?
something? I don't know how recent the death was, but what I have
It
learned,
doesn't matter.
no, what matters is grief. And at a point when you're dating someone who is grieving,
Hold on.
they attach their relationship as a way to get through their grief. So the things that they were accustomed to, that they liked within the person that they lost, it's not like they broke up and had an argument and they don't like that person no more. They just lost something that they didn't know was going to be gone. When you break up with someone, you
So,
make a conscious
so
choice
if
to say,
if
fuck
they are
you.
still grieving, they should have never got into a
You
new
shouldn't be
relationship.
They
doing that.
shouldn't. They shouldn't. But relationships oftentimes happen during grief as
That's
a
true.
comfort. And so when it happens, like on his behalf, he chose to be with this woman. He chose to marry her.
That
And
he didn't
for
know was still that he did not realize was still grieving.
Exactly.
so her grief may not be crazy.
No,
It's crazy to ask me that shit.
I listen.
I'm listening, Kate.
make it make sense, please.
That's all I'm waiting
I'm
on.
trying, okay, because I'm trying to understand. Some people may think that it's honorable and it's not disrespectful.
Well, this is
And
what I'm gonna say. Hold
so
on, before we go further, Tony.
that's the same as some people like to polish toes and they
If
don't
she,
think.
but if she would have paid
No, that
honor,
ain't no. All of that is not the same, Cake. You can't tie that in together.
if she would
But
have
hold
paid
on,
honor,
I want to ask Tayama the question.
hold on, Tiama.
Tayama,
If hold on, if she want to pay honor to the deceased, then change her son, which is his son, to his first name and last name.
Exactly.
You already got the last name. Change the first name.
Now, I agree that she's asking some, but but in grief,
That ain't no goddamn grief cake.
that is
That
because
lady,
yes, it
listen.
is.
So let me ask. So hold on. So grief can be carried on for years.
And
It
she
grief
needs some help with it.
I've been
That's
said the
why you
Definitely.
bitch
had to
was
ask
crazy.
Nicorette to get help.
I've said the bitch was crazy.
Well, no, well, okay, but no, I'm not saying she's crazy. And the Baker Act is a way, but she could also use some grief counseling.
Get all of that while you
And
vaporizing,
that's
cause she
not
crazy.
crazy.
She
When they
don't need to
And
analyze
open
there's
her,
her legs to
and there's
nobody.
nothing
She
there's
don't need to
nothing
open up
about
her legs
grief.
and
Nicorette,
thighs
we're
to
analyze her, they're
nobody.
gonna see that she needs grief
There
counseling.
there is nothing about grief and the loss of your husband that means you can't be a mother
That wasn't her husband. Where do you get the fact that that was her husband?
or
That was not
father of
her
your
husband.
child. Well, when you have sex with someone, in that consummation?
Yes, it do,
Yes, but
Case.
now he's in the
Okay.
ground.
And so Death did them part. She's grieving.
But Cake, I'm gonna say this. Hold on. Let me tell you. I want to say something to Tayama. Tayama.
Yes, baby.
I just want you. I want you to just because Cake, Cake always got to play the devil's advocate. So I'm now now I'm gonna come to you. You pregnant? Your significant other come to you and say, "Listen, boo, I'm so glad that you having my baby, but I want my baby to." And you know who he done told you all the name of the girlfriends he done never been in
Wait,
love
wait,
with.
wait, Tama, hold on. Hey, hold on, Tama. The current man you're dating, let's say it's Sam Smith. Go from there. Go.
Right.
Mike
And
Jones.
he tell you, boo, I'm so glad you giving me my child. I'm talking about, but I'm just since we having a daughter, I just want you to know that I want my baby to be named Felicia Taima. And you like, hold on.
Smith,
Ain't that
his
ain't
last
that
name.
ain't that the girl who you used to date? Yeah, but she died. She died in a car wreck
What?
about 2 years ago, and I just want to remember her, carry her on, and I wanted you to name our daughter that. What's your reply?
Or or she ain't even dead. She just no longer in my life, but she meant a lot to me.
Can you hear
I
Tayama, Tony?
admired her.
Okay, so first of all, we're gonna start off with I'm a Leo. I don't
Oh
like to
God.
tell shit. So, with that being said, bitch, better yet, how about your name don't even be on there altogether? We gonna
Exactly.
commemorate her just like that, okay?
Period. Cause that sounds disrespectful. There's no honor in that because you're not gonna tell that person that he can't remember her and carry her in his heart, but for you to bring forth life from him, and then you talking about naming that person after your deceased ex lover. Somebody need to put that motherfucker in a crazy nut house.
If you want to remember her, if you want to remember her so bad, get a dog. Name the dog after her.
Or go get in
Okay,
the
so
goddamn
now,
grave with her.
so if it goes on and it happens, right? And the lady got this child here with a name after a ex. What happens?
Well, obviously nothing because the daddy done already named it.
But like example, so what if he turned around and the three names he named was after one of his ex?
Then I think that would be violating too. He's still wrong. He shouldn't do that. It don't change because the man did it or the
Right.
woman
It don't
did it.
change who hit it. It's still a no-no.
It's
It's
still a
still
no
no.
no. Kate, why do you always gotta do that, girl? You pump faking like I don't know what over there, knowing damn well if somebody tried you like that, she is pump faking.
No.
Listen,
It sound like she lying.
No.
okay,
Go ahead, Tony.
check out this video here. This is a 1 minute funny video. It says, our mom is black. That's all it says. But check this out.
Our mom is black, so we don't do that. We don't spend the night at people's house without a full FBI background check. We don't tell her what we're about to do. We ask her. We don't say huh when she calls us. Because if you could huh, you could hear. We don't talk to her like she's one of our friends. Because she's not. We don't talk back. We would like to live. Thank you very much. We do not slam doors. Not in this house. We don't ask why when she says no. You better not. We do not call adults by their first name. No, ma'am. We do not tell her, let Susie, Mom, let Susie do. Because Susie ain't her child.
Oh yeah, they learned well.
Okay.
They learned
Oh,
well.
that's so cute. I said I had to show that.
I've seen a few of them like that. They've been cute. That one was cute. I like how they were getting together.
That was so cute. I said, yeah, I had to show that one. Um, the other two videos I have that's gonna make us go into a long discussion, and we want to be finished by 10:30. So I'm gonna just show this one video, and then we can go ahead and I guess close, do the would you rather's, and then close out. So I'll show you one more video, then would you rather's, and I'll save the other videos for the next show. But check this out.
What's a remake that's so good that you don't even listen to the original? I'm gonna give you 8. Number 8 is Emotions.
Just emotion that's taking me over. It's just emotions taking me over.
Number 7 is Respect.
What you want, honey, you got it. What you want, baby, I got it.
Number 6, I'm going Forgot to Be Your Lover.
Oh, I forgot to be your lover. Oh, I forgot to be your lover.
Number 5 is At Your Best.
You're a positive mood.
House is not a home.
A chair is still a chair.
But a chair is not a house. Number 3, I Gotta Go, Can't Take My Eyes Off You.
You're just too good to be true. I need you, baby. If it's quite alright.
My number 2 is probably one of my favorite songs. This Woman's Work.
Should be crying, but I just can't let it go.
My number 1 is the greatest remake of all times. Argue in the comments, argue with your mama, but don't argue with me.
Yes. Isn't that amazing that some of those the originals that you didn't even realize that those was the originals? You thought the remixes was the originals?
Right.
Because Respect, I just knew Aretha made that.
Yeah. Otis
And
Redding.
a man made it.
Yeah, Otis Redding.
So, yeah, some of those
Last
remixes,
one
like
right
I said,
there, that
that's what he
was
said. The remix
surprising.
is so good, you don't even listen to the originals no more.
But
Wow.
if you ask people who done it the best, it just depends on what era you came up in. Because if most people who grew up with all those old songs, like I remember reading about when Whitney Houston redid the body Always Love You,
Yes.
that a lot of country singers, country people who like country music were mad at Whitney Houston because she remade it like that. And Dolly Parton herself came out and said that she can do the song because it was better than the way she done it.
Right.
There was a
Even though
lot of controversy too, though, about her and the role she was playing, being a white woman, and that man being in love with her.
you talking about a black woman and him being
I mean,
white.
yeah, that's what I mean. A
But see
black
the thing,
woman.
let me tell you why Kevin Costner got that part. Kevin Costner loved black women. He's been married. You know the lady who played I don't know if you ever seen The Help. Remember the other lady that played on along with the key partner with Viola Davis, the one that made the shit pie.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
And you remember her?
I didn't
Yes.
see the movie. I read the book, so
Well,
I'm waiting
her
for
and
you to
Kevin
tell me about
Yes.
it.
Costner, I think, are married.
Okay.
But Kevin Costner loved dating black women. So that's how Kevin Costner got that part. He was still one of the top actors at that time, but by him already done crossed over in that area, that was no problem. That's why he really won that part. But even
Mm.
the song with Luther Vandross and the other remake, Luther crushed it. And the thing is, most of the time, artists it be so much difference in technology to help enhance the music than it was compared to back in the day.
Now I remember I liked the Isley Brothers because I love them.
Oh yeah,
However, I love that song too, and
yeah.
so
I love it in the same. I love all of them in their own genre, far as in that time when they came out with it. Cause Otis Redding killed that song, and Aretha did too. But the remake that I Forgot to Be Your Lover, that song there, Jaheim redid that one, and to me, I liked that one better than I liked the original. But I'm
but
pretty sure in their time, each one of those songs were definitely done marvelous.
right, were hits. Like when it
Right.
came out, it was its hit of its own time. Time enough that it
Cause
was
Lauryn
it was
Hill,
ingenious to say, "Hey, I'm going to use this and redo it
exactly.
because." And yeah,
So all of them were definitely and the reason I remember that song that Aretha redid, my mama didn't play the original version of that. My mama played the Otis Redding version of that. And you talking about what you want? My mama, I would be like,
baby, I got it.
oh man. And so I got used to hearing both of them, but my mama played the Otis Redding version more than the Aretha Franklin. And
Mhm.
the one that Lauryn Hill redid and Maxwell both crushed theirs.
Listen, and you know I love me some Maxwell, and oh my gosh, he did his thing. He always do his thing.
That song right there, that's as great as the singer Maxwell is, I think that was the staple in his career when he did that song right there. That definitely put him over the top and put him in the upper echelon. He showed his vocal range and everything in that song. I think Tony got some Win Dixie Wi-Fi today because it's crazy.
Well, I was like, I'm gonna make sure my thing works, so that's why I went on and got this one so I could have some Wi-Fi instead of the phone Wi-Fi, and it's working pretty good, but it's showing too much. I
But
gotta rearrange the whole room.
I got some topics that I've been looking up. And tell me the only reason I ain't came over that way is because my car been down for like the last 2 weeks. I gotta get some
Tell you,
fuel injected.
Juicy, he trying to give me a storyline because he done got him a new hairdresser and all this stuff,
Girl,
girl.
I done
Look,
told you
you
a
see him
thousand.
sitting in the dark like he eating frosted
Exactly.
flakes, trying to
He
hide
he
it.
done he done kicked me to the curb and all of that.
Never.
So he
Let me
finna
tell you
blame it
something.
But
on
you
the
I ain't
know what?
car.
told.
Don't
I,
worry because I'm waiting for you.
Let me tell you, cause see, he know all he gotta do is say, "Sis, come over to Cape and come get me right." So the
Well,
come get me.
sis,
Come
bullshit,
get me.
he
come
Listen.
up to
kicked me to the
DC and
curb.
get me right. I'm
He talking
bringing
about,
you. I'm bringing you out the street.
See,
He put you
you
to the
gotta
curb. Come in the yard.
can't stop lying. Can't stop lying. This girl. Also, my boy, she buttering it up. Listen, I'm telling you, I ain't had my hair done since January the 3rd. I don't let nobody play in my hair.
let me tell you. I say, dirt. I got kicked to the curb. The nigga didn't even give me a 2 weeks notice.
Mm-mm. I don't listen. The rubber bands in my house dusted and down there flaky.
Child.
I'm talking about.
Mm-mm-mm.
I don't
Hey,
like it
look,
because
legacy. I can promise you, Wick do the same thing. He rides out
I'm telling
to
you,
the wheel.
the rubber
Fall
band.
on.
I take my hair. And you know how you take your hair, and you scratching your head, Cake and tell me. And I go by one of them rubber bands that's done been in there since January the 3rd. It's just brittle and break off.
You
Boy,
might need to use some thread so he don't have to worry about the
Let me
rubber
tell you, I
bands.
was like, child, Tay done did his hair, son, cause I done got kicked to the curb. I ain't heard from the man.
I don't do none of that because, and like I say, my car got to get some fuel and just I can't even drive to work. My son having to come pick me up and take me to work and pick me up. I'm talking about I ain't been down without a car this long in a long time. I don't know what's going on with our brother and the host tonight, but we're gonna go ahead and get ready to get up out of here tonight because he got all the topics. But I do want to
He's
talk
supposed
about.
to
I
ask
do.
those what if questions.
Yeah, I do wanna ask y'all something. I know y'all may be following along. Um, what do y'all think about the intro of how this P Diddy case and how they are really exposing not only him but Cassie also in these cases of how complicit she is into these cases as well.
I'm finna say one thing and one thing only. Everything that they have been showing on P. Diddy has nothing to do with the charges that they're charging him with.
Exactly.
So I don't understand me like Wick thing is Wick says his karma. Me being an African American female that has two black African American sons, I can never sit around and be like, okay, that's karma when you're using the law to literally put somebody in prison, but you're not showing
The
any of
action.
these crimes that you like. He done did enough shit to where y'all can't figure out how to make that stick. But what you're showing in court ain't got nothing to do with the man charges.
Nope.
Nor are you charged. It's just a show. Y'all better look and make sure they ain't got no slave boats and shackles to while they got your ass busy looking over here. They come through the back door and grab all of us up. That's all I'm saying.
Yep. But that's the thing. So what you think, Cake, if you've been following?
So I haven't been following, but from the little bit I've tuned in, I'm like, y'all, I'm seeing, and then I'm seeing, and I'm like, they keep playing in our faces.
Yeah.
It's like I'm also seeing what's going on in the real world because that's
Exactly.
not our world. And what are things that we're missing out?
Right. That they what laws and things like that they like I was watching today, Ron DeSantis has just not passed a bill as of today that states that anybody that utilize the police like on false accusations, you know how Karens be calling the police and bringing the police out and things of that nature for no reasons, they're going to jail. Any false accusations that you knowing and willingly brought upon somebody that you have that has no merit and they find out whether it's sex charges, anything lying and all of that, you're going to jail for it now in the state of Florida.
Mm.
And I think that that's fair.
Is it for
Um
everybody except Karen?
no, that's what it was. Karen's going to.
We'll see.
We'll see. But for me, like for instance, when they opened with the stripper for the P Diddy case, right? He came. He was the first test. He gave the first testimony, and he said that he's never spoke to P Diddy at all. He said every time he was booked to come to where they were, that the call was made by Cassie, and she would explain to him what it is that, like he told, like one time she called and told him to come over spend some time. He's gonna make $200 for doing something. So he came over. He said when he got there, she stopped him and told him, "Look, my husband is here. He likes to see me have sex with other men, and he wants you to rub baby oil on me. And you're gonna make $4,000 for this." So the dude said he was like, "Hell yeah." So he said that Cassie also told him that when he gets finished, that she want him to piss in her mouth while he watch. He said the whole time Puff Daddy has never opened his mouth. Now this is the state's witness against Puff Daddy. His testimony was, I mean, yeah, he was there, but I never heard anything verbally from this man. Now, mind you, Cassie's husband is in trial too with her, while these people are telling testimony of what she would want them to do to her.
Mm.
And the state want us to believe that she was so intimidated and so scared that he was forcing her to do this, but you don't have nobody saying anything about Puff told them to do anything other than Cassie. Now I'm sitting back and I'm looking at her husband, and I don't know how I could have stayed in that situation where my wife is telling me that, and she gets up on the stand a couple of days later and say how she used to let men ejaculate all on her face and all over her body and stuff, and pretty much that she became so used to it till she liked it. All of this is being told in court. And I'm watching. Do you know how many women have come on different platforms and said, "Oh my God, this is the type of man that every woman should want, that can sit here and take this type of, not information being said by his wife and accept her for the things that she used to do and still be with her." Listen. Mm. I understand sex. You understand me? I understand sex. I'm pretty sure all of us may have done some things uh, that someone else may consider not to be, you know, cool to them.
I'm a virgin.
But you're not gonna tell me you got to a point to where you are allowing 2 and 3 men to have sex with you at one time, and all of them ejaculate on it, and you let them do it in your mouth and think I want to keep kissing and being with you. I don't. I don't.
Someone said that they've been after him, P. Diddy, and his money and stuff for a long time, and her husband has put her up to it, and she's finally given in to go after it. So this is what he's been coercing her to do it.
Her husband can't.
That at the time when she was doing these things, he was not her husband.
Nope, personal trainer.
So it wasn't her disrespecting him or doing anything. He got with her knowing who she was and how she was, and
Right.
that's what he liked.
And that's cool. That's cool.
So I
Yeah,
see
he
what
knew he
you.
wasn't getting with a wholesome pure girl.
Mm-mm,
He would get with a girl
mm-mm.
that just made $30 million.
Right. And if he was a personal trainer, he wasn't making $30 million.
Exactly.
And he might be her pimp now. Who knows?
Yep.
If you dumb enough to say you allowed a man to have enough control over you to let people urinate in your mouth, you dumb enough to go from that to having a pimp.
Yep. Cause
Pimp
She
that's
harder,
what
sound like
P
a
Diddy
girl.
had
She
to
sound
pimp
do.
like a girl with a low
harder.
self-esteem.
Say what?
She sound like a woman with a low self-esteem.
I don't think it was about low self-esteem. I believe it was about money.
It was about money.
There today,
But let
that's
me
what
tell
it's
you, you
about.
have to listen. You have to have some form of low self-esteem to allow anyone to degrade you,
Right.
make you less than. Anytime you put something of value over you, You have low self-esteem. You don't very
But
like you do not
it's still
carry
be
So
about,
to
yourself in high
you,
regard.
it
to
can still be about
us,
the money, but you still got to have a standard.
to us, we say that's degrading.
Right.
To her, that had a dollar amount that all I gotta do is you do this.
Yep.
Who's gonna know?
Exactly.
Remember, no one knows until now. So who's
No, everybody
degrading?
know. Don't get it twisted. Everybody around them knew. Everybody around them saw her ass whoopings, but they prefer if she like it, I love it.
But that's what Kate's saying when that's that she's saying, okay, if if me going through this is something that I'm willing to tolerate for me to be able to live the lifestyle that I want to participate in, then this is okay. Because let me ask you two ladies a question. Do we consider do we consider a woman to have low self-esteem if she allow? I want the honest truth with y'all two opinions. Do we think that this is low self-esteem for a woman to allow for a man to ejaculate in her mouth?
No. Well, if it's a man, no.
Okay, but I want Kate them to give me their answer.
I don't think that in society they consider it wrong for a man to do that.
That's what
No, I
society
didn't
thought.
ask
You
And
said,
that.
what did
That's
you? You
not what
said, what
He
I
do you
asked.
asking
think?
what you think. No.
What you think?
um, huh?
What?
Legacy. What you asking and what's being done is two totally different things.
Right.
You didn't know this man from Adam. You don't know if he got herpes, gonorrhea, syphilis, the clap, HIV, and you
Yeah.
allowed this man to urinate,
No. Listen,
ejaculate,
Tay,
and then
I ain't talking
and
about
then
that man.
that
I
ain't
ain't
even the
talk
part that behooves me.
I ain't talking about that man, Cake and Tay. I'm talking about your dude.
Okay, if it's your dude, no. If you with that and you don't have like sensitivity to like
Milk.
your gag reflexes won't throw up on his ass, go for it.
So that's not so you allowing your dude to do it doesn't render you to have low self esteem.
No.
But
No.
hold on, Cake ain't still answered yet.
Well, okay. I'm like, for me, that's like, that's, you asking about me. That's, nah. I
But do you
don't
consider that to be low self esteem?
know if I'm doing something to please my partner because this is what we enjoy or he enjoy, then that's what it is.
Now,
But and that, and
that's
for
what now
that, for what
that's what I'm
so
saying.
for that, what she is doing is also what they enjoy.
Right.
So I'm not seeing where they're saying
Low
it's
self
something
esteem is.
wrong.
But listen,
Right.
y'all are
This is
crazy
what
when
she
y'all
wanted.
saying that's what they enjoyed. Bruh, at the end of the day, dude was like the part that turned me off was when he ejaculated on her. Did he go to licking off the nigga
Yeah,
cup?
I heard somebody say that.
Flatline.
That's the stripper
Flatline.
that said that's the stripper called Executioner, who say Diddy was doing they made him go soft
I
by
didn't hear that. What'd you
watching.
say, Tiama? Tiama, my internet messed up. What did you say?
You don't
Listen,
want to hear
you
that. I don't
you
want to hear
you
that again.
you would have to go listen to the girl off the
She said
Breakfast
she said
Club.
the dude the Executioner, which was the second stripper that said that this is what he said. He said the first time he encountered them, him and Cassie just was pretty much Philly touchy, da 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 da. He said, but Puff was there. He said that he couldn't get an erection because he wasn't used to performing while Puff was, while another man is there. He wasn't into that. He say, but Cassie told him, okay, I understand it, but I like you. We're going to use you again. He said 2 weeks later, they called him back again. He said he went back. He said he didn't want to not have the opportunity to perform. So he took erectile defect. He took a Viagra or something so he can make sure he was going to be erect. He said he got there. Both of them were still in the room. This time he was able to perform. He say, but by him working in clubs, he say he thought he had some type of deaf tone to being able to hear little low voices. He said He said by him being naked in there, he say that Puff was telling Cassie what to do, and he said he couldn't hear what Puff was saying, but Cassie could. But he said he could have swore he heard Puff said, "Ooh, your asshole look tight." And he said what? But he said Puff really said something different. And so he said he realized that he couldn't climax. So he asked for a break and he went and looked up how to climax. And so I guess the internet told him what to do. He went and drank some water and he came back to finish. And he said when he finished, he said he still was erect, but he said he noticed as Cassie was cleaning up that Puff Daddy came up and was licking it off of her, and it caused him to lose his erection because of that right there. So that if that's the case, that tells me and show me that this is something both of them enjoy doing. They've come to an eroticism to where they're so far gone in this lifestyle that they're both partaking in that regular sex does not appeal them anymore. So they have to do something erotic in order for them to both be able to get off. Because let's look at porn stars. Porn stars those women perform with multiple men and make money. So this is their lifestyle. They become numb to it and they become used to doing with these acts to where this is the way that they take care of their livelihood. So
I did.
no, Cassie was so used to her livelihood that her dignity went out of the window. So now when you become so consumed in a lifestyle and chasing a bag, you gave your bag away, which is your ass, your mouth, your throat, your tongue, your tonsils, your puss hole, your eyeballs. None of that shit belong to you no more.
But her husband has to know that he cannot satisfy her for
He
real.
has to.
Yes, he can, because they got enough money to pay for it, whatever they want.
It ain't even that, Cake. It's the mental thought. Because I'm sorry.
You don't think that that her husband ain't doing these things with her?
Yeah, that's
That
a good
you
viewpoint. That's a good
come
viewpoint,
on,
Kate.
like that's the part that it's coming out now. So you think this? Okay, so what I did not care for, what I was hearing about was that they brought on a psychologist that was talking about how women or victims react, or how they are being in the fetal position when they're being beat, because they're trying to like get them to not be hit anymore. Some party will look
Tony, you
at
gonna
them
take
as,
hold
oh,
on, Kate.
that's a
Tony, you gonna
baby.
take this off the screen?
My thing is frozen.
Okay.
I'm frozen. I'm not even moving.
We can hear you though.
Yeah. So that they put on all that she showed and she did in the text messages saying she'll do all these things. They brought a witness or somebody, an expert, to give testimony that justify her behavior as to be that of a victim. And
Then
him
a
paying,
participator.
right. I know that's a valid thing.
Somebody said
However,
Stockholm syndrome.
Are they trying to make it a Stockholm syndrome like?
right. And I understand how they're trying to put it as that, but when I'm sitting here and looking at, she stopped just cold turkey.
Exactly.
Like, what kind of help did you get? Because it's not happening. And one part is they pointed out a lot of what those text messages that she was having was during a time period where
They wasn't
she
together
was
no more.
no, she was paying her own bills, living in her own place.
Right.
She said I needed to be able to know that I could do for myself on my own. So she had her own place, she's paying her own bills, and she's asking and doing these things on her own.
They also showed
So
Kate where since they've been apart since the incident in those text messages, since they've been apart and that she done got paid, that she done reached out to Puff Daddy and asked to be with him since then. While she's been with her husband. But
yeah,
like I
so
told you, they're gonna attach that and try to make it to Stockholm syndrome.
so I think the bigger picture is to exploit.
Yep. But
And
but Kate, most people don't remember when we talked about this was months ago when Puff started first going through this. Remember when we was talking about how Puff Daddy had won that large lawsuit against that liquor company who for Ciroc.
mhm.
Puff had no allegations, no nothing. Nothing was out on Puff. Remember when these allegations came about Puff beating Puff had a beat cast in that hotel? They said that they didn't have a video or nothing about Puff Daddy beating this girl in the hospital. I mean, not the hospital, but in that hotel. After Puff sued the company of Ciroc and won a large sum of money, all of a sudden, right after that, now the video pop up of him beating Cassie in that hotel. They go get the video now. Come to find out, the person who was over the hotel say that Puff gave him $50,000 to take the video away, and said that he never got rid of the video. So if you never got rid of the video and you took a bribe, that means that you was gonna later on in life try to blackmail Puff again. Because when the FBI started the investigation, they come talk to that person. Now all of a sudden, this person can come up with the video that exposed him being cast in the hallway. So this shows to me that this was all an elaborate thing based off the fact of Puff going against those people who are bigger than he were and beat them out of money. And so they would rather tear you all the way down your character as a man to make you. This shit just remind me so much of the R. Kelly case about these allegations of things, and everybody else who participated in it, as long as you testify against this person, because that's what we want. Because as you said earlier, Kate, that other people were complicit in these things too because they knew she got beat. Nobody called the police. Nobody did nothing to prevent it. So why aren't there charges against all these people who could come testify saying he did this and that, and you was there to see it? But did you call the police? No, I didn't. Why are you not charged? You're not charged because guess what? We've gave you immunity so that we can't charge you later, but you definitely gonna have to come out and talk about him. Hello? Oh, I'm gone.
No, I'm here.
Okay.
I was on
But
mute.
okay, but that's what that stemmed from. Them mad at Puff because Puff took them to court and beat them.
And I agree with you on that. And so it's a way to, okay, let's drain him for what he got.
Yep.
And how can we get it? Well, long as he don't have it.
Yep.
So and so, so and so. And the people who are attached to these people who are getting it ain't Puff people.
Right.
So I'm saddened that we get caught up in the shenanigans as Black people. We are very gifted, we're talented. We should be creating a avenue of where we can have our own. So
Remember
then
when we
that
talked
way,
about Kate? Remember we was one time talking about the Oscars, and I was telling y'all that
mhm,
the reason that the name of the Oscars is not because it's a prestigious white thing. It also, most people don't understand that the Oscar award is really based off of the first person who actually created film and movies, which was a black man named Oscar. And he went about trying to show them and teaching them, and he wanted to be the main character in this movie film that he was partaking in, and they wanted to change it and make it about another, a white man. And he took his whole film and everything back. But that's where the Oscars come from, which is that black guy. But I said that to say what you were saying, Kate. We are still up under the illusion of we can never be included in anything until we are, or we can never be anything until we are accepted by white society.
Right.
So the reason why we're constantly being bombarded and broken apart and destroyed later is because of when eyes start opening wide, and you as one of the people who has been propped up through this, they say it and they show it to us all the time. The media makes you and the media breaks you. How did they make Puff? They put him in front of, they got him a record label, put him up there, gave him artists to become famous, so the media made him. So who you think destroying him now? The media. They're destroying him in open media to say nigga. The same way we did R. Kelly, the same way we tried to do Bill Cosby, the same way we did Prince, the same way we did Dave Chappelle, the same way we did Michael Jackson. All of y'all niggas would be nothing without the light that we shined on y'all to get to this type of money. Look at Kanye. When Kanye was just a billionaire a year and a half ago until he said something against Jews. And once he said that, he lost the Adidas endorsements. He had lawsuits against him where he lost them their $300 million and all of that. And they told him that he better be quiet before we get it all. You don't hear shit from Kanye no more, do you? Kate,
Mm-hmm.
do you hear any of your music by Kanye?
No, I haven't heard any music by Kanye.
Do you hear him on TV talking crazy like he used to?
Mm-mm.
Because they done shut him up. He's seen that they can come after his money. This is the same reason all these athletes, football players, basketball players, who making $200-300 million for a contract. This is why you don't see them taking their money and are building up black communities and buying up streets and buying up blocks of buildings and things to create black wealth and regentrify regentrify to make a more black neighborhood, because in their contracts, Kate, these big contracts, it is said that you are not to build up black people. Why do you got all these basketball players making all this money, guaranteed money? Why are y'all not building black banks, black institutions? But guess what they allow them to do, Kate? Buy up all the houses that they want, buy up all the $100 million cars they want, be able to go out and sleep around and have as many kids as they want, and do all of this stuff that they want to do, as long as they do not start to pull together to build up the economic structure for black culture. Anything negative, that's why it's okay for you to see rap music where they're talking about the detriment of women being called whores and this and this and that, and women have gravitated to that. Niggas out here talking about kill, kill, kill. They'll play that type of music. But any rapper that come out that's talking consciousness about waking up against the government, look at what's going on around us, he gets no airtime, because it's not about the uplifting of the black people still. And y'all niggas make LeBron James is a billionaire. Michael Jordan is a billionaire. Oprah Winfrey is a billionaire. The black guy that used to own BET, multi billionaire. Why are we not taking these money and open up in our black banks? Why is there only 9 black institutions, far as financial institutions in the United States of America, that's owned and run by black businessmen, far as banking institutions? Why? Because when you take this money that they say they allow you to make these $200-300 million contracts, you still can't do what you want to do with your money, because you don't physically have your money. Your money is on a computer. So at any time that they feel like they want to take this shit from you, they can take it. Go to your bank account as a multi-millionaire and tell them you want to withdraw all your money out the bank.
They ain't
And you
gonna
want
let you.
they not gonna let you. Why do you need to move this much money, sir? Because it's mine. Well, give us some time to I want it all in currency. I don't want it in a check the way I gotta come to the bank, because if I gotta come to the bank, I still have to get it back in paper form. They will not let you, Juicy, pull all that money out the bank. Well, look like Tony and Alma gone. So Kate,
Oh, is that what happened?
yeah, cause I guess Tony Foker, he gone off the screen, and Kate gone. I mean, Tayama gone too. So we're
But if
gonna
we
just
go out, then what will happen with the show?
Tony
Just be
had to
stuck
shut
on
down on
there?
his end.
Oh my.
So yeah,
Okay.
so tonight, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and we already over the limit. We was supposed to get off at 10:30 tonight. We're gonna go ahead and get ready to get out of here. We appreciate you guys for viewerships and watching us tonight. Having a lot of technical difficulties on our on our um on our brother Antony, where he does all the things behind the screen also. So we're gonna go ahead and Kate. We ain't gonna take it out the long way. We just gonna do a bid out of here. Y'all know we want to give a shout out to Tony, Jeanette, Tayama. We want to give a shout out to everybody that were watching. Kate, let them know, baby.
Well, you can find me here every Tuesday and Thursday on the ATL show. We are here 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Sometimes a little late, but definitely Tuesday and Thursday. You can check me out on Facebook, Instagram, and even TikTok. And I'm about to get on Flip and Bebo. So for all your health and wellness needs, it's enliventoyou.com, Miss Juicy Cakes, or Miss Beautiful. You have a beautiful night.
All right, y'all. We're gonna go on and get up out of here. Y'all know me. I'm Legacy the Great. You can reach out to me on Facebook up on the Dream Williams. You can also reach out to me. Um, excuse me. Um, on TikTok up on the Chase the Great. You can reach out to me on any legal situations. I'm a non-legal consultant. You can reach out to me for advice on how can you and what paperworks and things you should try to utilize to help yourself in court. And we can talk for 20 minutes counseling session on which way to go, free for the first 20 minutes. If it go longer, then there will be a fee. And also, if you're locked out of your vehicles and things like that, just give me a call. I can get you in your vehicles. You can reach out to me at 561-907-9129. Also, reach out to me at 229-630-7615. And as I always say, and only one other said better than me, let them know, Cake.
ATL, ho.
Yeah, we out of here.
Peace.
Peace.
Thanks for watching, showing love, bring it back next year. If you like to hit that sub, don't forget to click that bell. ATL family and friends, yeah, we do it so well. On the legacy, Tayama, Juicy too. Bringing all the vibes, keep it real, keep it true. We be laughing, we be vibing, every show a whole mood. So before you slide out, here's what you gotta do. Like it, share it, tell your friends to tap it. Comment down below, let us know what's happening. If you ain't subscribed yet, man, what you waiting on? Join the squad, hit that button, let's keep rolling strong. Hey, hey, that's a wrap, we outta here. We out. Thanks for watching, showing love, bring it back next year. If you like to hit that sub, don't forget to click that bell. ATL family and friends, yeah, we do it so well. The next time, same place, y'all know where to go. ATL family and friends putting on a show. We can't wait to see you bring the energy again. So stay locked in till we link up, my friends. Hey, that's a wrap, we outta here. We out. Thanks for watching, showing love, bring it back next year. If you like to hit that sub, don't forget to click that bell. ATL family and friends, yeah, we do it so well. Yeah. See y'all next time. ATL in the building. Let's go. Yeah, see y'all next time. ATL in the building. Let's go!